Hey guys, today we're taking a look at the amazing YAMAGUCHI REVOLTECH One Punch Man Genos. Yep, we're back with another REVOLTECH review and I'm just loving every release I've picked up so far this year. I know I missed Saitama, which is getting a re-release, but with everything you guys are saying about it, so when are you going to review One Punch Man? When should take a look at One Punch Man? I think I'll have to swing back around to it eventually. But honestly, I was like, nah. I mean, I like One Punch Man and all, but do I really need to add yet another anime line into the collection? But you guys just kept telling me how good it was and how I should review it. So yeah, I'll get around to it, but let's kick things off with Genos. I think I'm in love, and like I said, I'm not the biggest fan or expert on One Punch Man, but yes, I do enjoy the anime and eagerly awaiting season 3, but this is the first One Punch Man anything that I bought, and boy am I glad I did. In saying that, I don't have anything from the One Punch Man universe to compare him to, so here are a couple of other androids. I love myself some androids, and one or two other REVOLTECH figures. So Genos is probably one of the more visually interesting characters in the anime, and the design, the aesthetics, just lends itself perfectly to that more anime, exaggerated REVOLTECH style. I'll put his vest back on in a moment. Yes, this does come with a soft goods vest, but all that mechanical, cybernetic upper half is just perfect for integrating all those round REVOLTECH joints which would otherwise be quite noticeable. I mean, the only joints you really see are the elbows and a bit of the shoulders depending on the pose, but even then it just looks like it's part of his cyborg design. And when you move down to the legs and you have those single joint knees with double joint range, that just makes for a very sleek looking figure that you know can out-articulate any other figure in his scale. The pants are nicely sculpted with your rips on the side of his thighs exposing more sexy cybernetic goodness. And then you get his very comfy looking black sneakers with sculpted laces, which I'm pretty sure he has a whole closet full of. I wonder if Genos changes his sneakers every time he gets a new look. I love all the variations of silver we get. The base is a gunmetal, but there's some lighter silvers in there too, some blacks, and a bit of gold in there as well. It's not a glossy finish, but more of a metallic sheen, which I believe is what it's supposed to be. In any case, beautiful paintwork. I believe this is Genos based on his third version or third upgrade in season 2. I'm sure someone will kindly let me know in the comments, but I do remember Genos wearing this particular hooded vest during his battle against the Elder Centipede. That giant purple centipede with that creepy face. And it's alright. It's definitely not the worst soft goods, but not the best either. I've been getting into the REVOLTECH line again only recently, and this is the first figure I've picked up with soft goods, and I think overall it works for Genos. It's made from a pretty thin material, so when you put it on, it hugs onto Genos's body pretty well, nice and form-fitting. The stitching is pretty clean and looks pretty good from the front, but when you turn it around, I think it's probably not the most flattering. The vest is held together with some Velcro, and I don't mind it too much in the middle, but at the top there it does get a little bit messy. They've stitched down the hood as well, so I guess it's kind of like a faux hood. The GEN letters on the front here are pretty clean as well. We all know how tricky it is to work with white, so yeah, all in all it's pretty good. Again, not the greatest soft goods out there, but it does work, and it's a way to give us two different looks for Genos, so I'm down. I talk a lot about the REVOLTECH aesthetic and how it has its own style, and even though I've been spending a lot of my money on REVOLTECH these days, the stylized anime look doesn't always work with every character, especially when it comes to the faces. But this was made for the REVOLTECH treatment. You can't get any more anime accurate than this. The head sculpt, the face plates are an excellent representation of how Genos appears in the anime and manga, with a ton of expressions for all your dynamic action posing needs. We get 7 faceplates, count them, 7. 4 mouth closed options with eyes in different directions, and 3 mouth open options with eyes looking in different directions. If you pre-order Genos directly from Kyoto, or a place where that offers the bonus parts, you do get a bonus windswept hairpiece on top of the regular hairpiece he comes with. Again, you guys know how I feel about these pre-order bonuses. It's still a pretty complete release without it, but as always, it would have been nice to have it as standard. Anyway, paintwork is great. They did a great job with his eyes, black on yellow on black. They even got his little earrings in. Nice. Alright, let's take a look at this guy's articulation, starting off with the head. So Genos looks up pretty well, I guess. You can look up a little bit further, but he looks down really well. You have some side to side tilt, some left and right rotation, and just all round really good head and neck articulation. Very smooth independent neck joint. The shoulders move a little bit past 90 degrees, 360 rotation. There's a little bit of a pivot there, so you can move the shoulders up and down. That's nice. And you can bring his arms all the way in and across his chest. Really great range of movement there. And you can also bring his arms all the way back as well. Nice. You have a butterfly joint there. It's part of his shoulder. So some extra range, but yeah, look at that. Even better range. All the way across. You have some bicep swivel. It's really nicely hidden. You have really good range at the elbows. It's a Revoltech joint there. You do have a swivel there at the elbow as well, which is nice. And of course you do have a swivel and a hinge at the wrist. For the torso, you get some really good range. Take a look at this. So you can bend him all the way forward. I think you can go a little bit further than that. Yeah, look at that. Really fantastic ab crunch going forward and really good going back as well. Nice arch there. You have some side to side tilt, which is great. Really good range, an upper torso swivel and a lower torso swivel, which is nice. The legs, his crotch piece there is a softer plastic, and he does get a really nice 180 spread. Look at that. Genos kicks forward pretty good and kicks back really well as well. So a nice 180 spread there too. And you have your upper thigh swivel on both legs, of course. You do have to break them in, or I had to break them in with my copy, so get your hot water or hair dryer ready. You get some really good knee bend there, single joint, but it gets way past up to his butt, and you have that ball joint there at the calves as well, so you get some really good range going forward and a swivel there as well. Very nice. You have a swivel there at the ankle. Feet go down, feet go up, toe hinge, and some really good ankle pivot. For accessories, we get a nice selection of hands on that very useful hand tree, including a pair of cyborg punching fists for obliterating that subscribe button. Pow. A set of more relaxed hands for scrolling down to that like button and giving it a click. We also get a set of stylized action fighting hands, and a pair of incinerator hands for you can even plug in some incinerator energy effects, yeah, which also double up as booster effects as well. There's two parts to them, so you can build them on top of each other to make an even bigger blast effect, and you do get a bit of mobility with them as well from the little Revoltech joints attached at the base. Seriously, it's so hard to put this guy down with everything that you can do with Genos. And we're not done yet, because we get even more effect parts for all your rocket arm blasting action. You'll need to detach the arms from the elbow and plug them directly into the effect parts. Don't judge me, guys. Finally, they even threw in a pair of arm blades for some slicing and dicing. And like with every Revoltech release, it also comes with a flight stand. So if I haven't already made it clear, I absolutely love this figure. It is the definition of hand candy, or whatever the cool kids are saying these days. And just like the Revoltech Attack on Titan figures, Batman Beyond, and more recently Chun-Li, if you haven't seen that review, go check it out. It's a figure that I just can't seem to put down. Genos looks amazing, feels amazing, and with all those super fun effect accessories, it just makes you want to relax on the couch, put on a couple of episodes of One Punch Man, and start posing this figure along to every Genos action scene. It isn't without its faults. Again, the vest isn't the worst thing I've ever seen, and it looks pretty good from the front, but I think Revoltech's next mission is to work on improving those soft goods. Also, the non-Revoltech joints need a little breaking into to get them going. I had a bit of trouble again with the thigh swivels, which needed a little bit of heat from the blow dryer to get them going, but other than that, just wow. Which brings me back full circle to the start of the video. Saitama pre-ordered. I know he's probably still available from a couple of import online retailers, but I really do want that bonus faceplate. Damn you, Kyoto! Anyway, it looks like the Revoltech line are going full force with the One Punch Man line. But what would you guys like to see next? I know what I'd like to see, but that probably wouldn't go over too well with most collectors. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. What's next? Probably a Figure Arts review, probably the SH Figure Arts Obi-Wan Kenobi, or maybe Okarun. I'm still waiting on Figma to release their powered down Okarun, but yeah, I guess we'll just have to see. I don't know. Anyway guys, keep hydrated out there, keep doing those push-ups, and as always... Yoroshiku!